Hello and welcome back to Monotonous Minecraft, episode 64. Today, if you can't tell already, we'll be building a rail system. Rail line? We'll be building some rail. So what this is going to do is, I'm going to call it the Villager Express. It's going to go from this village all the way to the village way down there in the corner. That's so small you can barely see it as a little blip on the map. In fact, you'd have to be watching us a fairly large screen to even see the blip. Anywho, bink. This design for, I'm going to do a rail station. So what it's going to do is we're going to scooch on in here. It's going to auto brake this. We'll have a button here that means we can go bing and get our rail car out. It'll be awesome and cool, and we'll be the best people in the world. The design is my own. I started with one from Pixel Riff, so I'll include that. But as is so often the case, especially lately it seems, it did not work really well in PS4. It's only a Java type of thing, so that is the thing that happens. So let's do this. So the basic idea is, try to remember that you actually have ingredients in your hand already. The basic idea is we'll have a rail that kind of scooches over here. A detector rail will set off the activator rail. So you, or if you're moving villagers from side to side, will be dumped out. Let's see, this goes here and this goes here. And then the minecart, which I forgot to grab one of, we'll keep going into the cactus here. It'll pop off, fall into there. I'll put there just to make sure it falls in there. And then it'll move into this dropper where we can then dispense it out. Not a dropper, it's a dispenser, not a dropper. Thus the term dispenser. So let's see if we do this and this and this and this and then this, and so yeah, it'll be dispensed out, and we'll hit a button to shoot us off and ride all the way around the edge of the map. The fence gate is here, so villagers don't just wander off. As we saw before, though, you can ride right through it, no big deal. So let's see, what else do we need for this station? We need a button here and a button here. This one will dispense a minecart, this one will activate the rails. It's a little weird to use, but it'll work just fine. You know what? I want some carpet there. Can I get some carpet there? I could probably get some carpet there. Just don't want it all out in the open. You know what? I could probably do that too. I did build this before, and I know it'll work. I mean, I reversed it. Let me go get a minecart. Wait, there's minecarts over here. Yeah, let me go get a minecart, and we'll test this out. Okay, so here's a minecart. We're pretending it's moving into the station. We go loop and loop. See, it ditches it out there, and then we push the button. We get in, hit this button, scooch forward a little, and then we're gone until we, whoops. Yeah. Ah, on the wrong side of the fence. Until we keep going. I am not done building. This is just the basic shape there, because as you can see by the map, most of this is over water. So I could not do it. But if we dink, we can test it the other direction and watch how cool it is that way. Don't fall off. Okay, good. No, we're good. We're fine. We're good. And we go down. We'll approach it. Okay, then. We might need a different system to stop the villagers. Why did it work before? It's probably because of the angle. You know what I'll do? I'll just move this back so it's up over this side. No big deal. then we can see bink. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll build the here, let me just push this away. We'll build this same thing on the other side, and do the rails and finish fleshing this out. So what I'm thinking of is some stone brick stairs underneath here to kind of finish it off. Next to this on each side, just to kind of give it some dimensions. And maybe around the bottom, maybe not around the bottom. And I was also looking at some maybe cobblestone wall segments to kind of hold up the stone segments. Basically, I want the light will shine down over where the torches are. The redstone is there for the power rails, of course. For right now, that'll be good. And yeah, we're just going to do this. We're going to do 3 sets of 3 powered rails over it, and then regular rails all the way around. You can see it just in the distance going around the corner. It did not take long for me to actually build this segment. It'll probably take me a while to lay down the rails. Oh, in case you're wondering about the button choices, the reason that they are what they are, I wanted to give longer pulse to those. So it's a little bit of a longer pulse than the stone button. I did not mean to dispense that. And I don't want to leave it here because what will happen is a villager will get in there and then run away and then die. And I'm trying not to kill villagers, even though obviously I have a few. Alright. Let's lay some track and then design a bit of this. See what it looks like. Okay, before we look at the finalized product, got a couple of special guest stars to the show. Skillsman Impulse.
P-H-R-E-B-H. How would you say that, Impulse? I want to say phrebh.
No, it's Fred.
Yeah,
So
he's
Fred.
really freaking awesome.
Fred.
Oh, you really aren't on the show? I just recorded some clips from Skillsman's stream the other day.
That's
Look at me
right,
like that.
Fred.
Movies is magic. Name it. All right, here's our finalized product. Well, that was even timed well. Here's our finalized rail line. I went through and I built all the things out here. It was funny because it's stupid. Let's go ahead and ride. And I'll point out some of the stupid things I did. Basically, I just built this over the water. And at first I was just kind of floating along. But then I started doing some tracks just connecting together, you can see. But if you notice, a lot of them just float. I'll come back in, you know, when I'm as part of the flattening, we'll come back in. We'll just fill that in with dirt. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I already ridden this a few times, so I did get my achievement of, you know, riding 500 blocks in one direction. Woot. Unlike the bread box achievement, which apparently doesn't exist on PS4. I swear I saw it on the list. Oh well, I collected a bunch of bread. And I've got infinite amount of fish and pretty much everything else. I'm good for food on this world. Other thing I have done is I finished okay, lag. Finished tearing down the mountains in that upper right quadrant. Quadrant. Why is it so hard to say? I have a lot of water to fill in, as you can see, but I've all the mountains are gone, so that's cool. So yeah, we've got our nice rail line that connects our two villages. Neither village is easy to get to, so what's the point? I don't know. This thing is like such a mob farm for these things. They're always in this little river section. Or coming at me. Come at me, bro. Oh, he ducked. Come on, pop up. Come on. He's not going to pop up, is he? Nope, he's not. Alright. Wimp. I'm just going to kill you. Hey, nitwit, how's it going? Huh? Alright. Anyway, so that was it for the build. I'm sure that was quick. Let me tell you, it didn't actually take me that long to build this rail. Look how it disappears in the... I know, it looks nice, doesn't it? I'll just sit out here and look at it. Off in the distance. Is that the... I think we got a screenshot coming on here. Looking off in the distance. With a squid swimming frivolously in the front. Yeah, it didn't take me that long to build that, especially once I, put in the blocks. Didn't use that many blocks either. I used mostly stone. The cobblestone wall sections I used I actually pulled out of the mansion, from a year ago. The stone, I've, once again, almost infinite supplies. Literally a finite supply. Well, no, because you can bake cobblestone to make stone. So, I've got a cobblestone generator, so infinite supplies again. We don't need them. But that's why I use stone bricks. They kind of look cool in this this format, and they're cheap. So if we go up here, this takes a lot. Close. This takes a long time to walk. So what we have, is I've just set up lights, and then the redstone blocks. That part's a little expensive. You can use torches along the side or levers down below or next to it. It's fine. I did it this way. It's this weird. It almost looks like a monorail type setup. It's very sleek. It's modern, medieval modern. Is that the new style? That's actually a pretty good description of what Minecraft builds look like. It's the medieval modern style. It's an interesting take. A couple different selections, but yeah. Easy to do, fun to travel. Let's go ahead and travel back, because quite frankly, I think the other one's closer to where all this stuff is. As always, like, comment, subscribe. I don't know. This always looks like a little baby sitting out for some reason. I'll catch y'all later.